A house fire claimed the life of a toddler in Belize City earlier today. For this story, we are going to join Renee Trujillo.
At around midday today, fire officials were called out to a home in the Conch Shell Bay area of Belize City where a bungalow structure was being consumed by fire. The plumes of smoke that were seen ascending attracted residents nearby. But by the time any aid could come to the homeowner, Phyllis Rayburn, it proved too late to save her middle child, 2-year-old Kaylee Alvarez. Up to news time, the source of the fire is yet to be determined by the investigators, but according to the police press officer, Inspector Fitzroy Yearwood, the blaze was fought vigorously, and the law enforcement officials were out there in numbers to control the chaos that ensued.
We understand that there were 3 children in the house at the time when the fire started. The mother managed to get out 2 of them, and the other one, who was in an area in that house, was left behind. Unfortunately, the 2-year-old Kaylee Alvarez perished. The body has been transported to the morgue, and we have fire personnel who responded very quickly to the scene. It was chaotic. People was running from all different directions, and everybody wanted to go in. We had live electrical wire on the ground that was sparkling, and I myself had to try to contain the crowd. We understood from my arrival here that a child was inside the house. At that time, we couldn't get in the house. It was already engulfed in flame. The fire personnel were quick enough to what the other houses around that house, and they managed to extinguish the fire, the initial house that was engulfed.
The investigation is still in its infancy stage, and the source of the fire is yet to be determined. According to Benesford Matura of the National Fire Service, they suspect that the child was seeking refuge in the bathroom where she was found.
After extinguishment, we did our mapping up, and we cannot say what started the fire as the investigation is still in the infancy stage. We have our investigators heading out there and starting the investigation on this fire. The house that burnt down, there were 3 other houses right next to it that got saved. 2 of them got scorched, but the initial house completely got gutted. After extinguishment and we did a search, we found young Kaylee in the bathroom. The only cement area because it was a wooden building, but the bathroom was concrete. So in that area, in the tub, we found her. The only portion of the house that was made of concrete. The young girl still had on her clothes, and she was in the fetal position, curled up. So she was trying to get away. I strongly believe that she succumbed to smoke inhalation before she passed out.
Kaylee Alvarez lived in the wooden and concrete home with her 2 siblings, her mother, and her father, Glenford Alvarez, a fisherman who had just left home this morning to go to sea. Odessa Orozco is the child's grandaunt who lives next door. Her devastation was evident as she recalls seeing the bright flames coming through the bedroom window and standing there in disbelief.
Somebody had a Phyllis house on the fire, right? So when me and Carly get up and look through the window, Phyllis baby room, they're on the fire. I'm like, yo, that was going on. I still can't believe it yet. And my 2 granddaughter, they playing their cousin in that I had this morning. When I see the fire, the house on the fire, and I come outside, so I could do. There's nothing I could do. And then Phyllis asked me for Kaylee. And tell her, Kaylee, no him and this yard. Where Kaylee there? Where Kaylee there? Nobody can find Kaylee. But sweetly, baby man. He like play around. He like cook in my yard. And come to my door, come play my granddaughter my yard. And carry on the rest of picnic there. Sweetly, baby. She nice, mama. What happened? I don't know. I can't believe it yet. I can't believe it when I look through the window and the tattoo right now. I just see this blazing fire in this baby room, man. Oh, God.
The mother of the child, Phyllis Rayburn, was removed from the scene of the fire and taken to the hospital as she had passed out on the street. Police officers removed the child's charred remains from the house and transported it to the morgue at the Carl Hirschner Memorial Hospital. The traffic wardens, police, and fire officials were out in numbers, and according to Inspector Yearwood, several of them were off duty when they stumbled upon the tragedy unfolding.
I was only passing by when I saw the commotion, and I pulled over myself and another officer from Eastern Division North. Like you rightfully said, we do not look at separation in this department. We saw danger, we saw the need for assistance, and we all responded from both sides of Eastern Division. Like you said, it's not usual, but it's around rush hour. Everybody was passing at the same time, and thank God that they responded. I have fire personnel that were off duty that were nearby, and they responded. Traffic personnel likewise.
For assistance to the family, Rayburn can be contacted at 635-1375. Our news archives show that back in 2014, fire officials were called out to the very same area when one of the homes in the yard belonging to Patricia Rayburn was on fire. No life was lost in that blaze, and only a portion of the home was destroyed. Reporting for Love News, I am Renee Trujillo.